So today we're going to talk about trig identities. So first, before we know how to solve, we should know these identities. First, we have tan x or theta or alpha is equal to sine x all over cos x. Another thing, we have this identity sine squared x plus cos squared x is equal to 1. We also have this one, sine squared x is equal to 1 minus cos squared x. Another one is cos squared x is equal to 1 minus sine squared x. That means these two identities, they were generated from this one. So we have those ones which are reciprocals. We have cotangent x, which is cos x all over sine x, is opposite of this one, reciprocal by the way. So we have secant x, which is 1 all over cos x. Then we have cosecant x, which is 1 all over sine x. So from here, let's go ahead. We have the question here that says prove that. That means we have to prove this identity that the left hand side is equal to right hand side. So we have 1 minus cos alpha all over sine alpha is equal to sine alpha all over 1 plus cos alpha. So first thing that we have to do here, we have to pick up the side. We pick the side and we deal with it. That means at the end our left hand side must be equal to our right hand side. So as you can see, we can choose which side we want to work on. So for me, let me take the left hand side. The left hand side that says left hand side LHS is equal to, our left hand side is 1 minus cos alpha all over sine alpha. So first thing that we have to do here, we have to see, since we have numerator and a denominator and we can't solve it like this, so that means we have to do this thing called rationalize. That means we're going to rationalize by numerator, because there are two terms, there's 1 and the cos alpha. So that means we're going to say we multiply by 1. We multiply by 1. So from here, let me say 1 minus cos alpha all over sine alpha multiply, because I said we rationalize by numerator, that means that one is 1 plus, since this one is negative, so we're gonna write positive here, so it's plus cos alpha all over 1 plus cos alpha. So 1 plus cos alpha all over 1 plus cos alpha is equal to 1. So we multiply by 1. That's what we call rationalize. So from here I will say left hand side is equal to, since we have 1 minus cos alpha multiply 1 plus cos alpha. This is a difference of 2 squares. So that means that we're gonna have this 1 minus cos square alpha. This one is the same as, let me use another color. This one is the same as right here is the same as 1 minus x into 1 plus x. So at the end of this one it will be 1 multiplied by 1, which is 1 multiplied by positive x. In fact, we're going to have 1 multiplied by 1, which is 1. We're going to have 1 multiplied by positive x, which is plus x. Negative x times 1, which is negative x. Negative x times positive x, which is x squared. So at the end here we're gonna have, since it's positive minus, in fact it's x minus x, which is 0, so we will be left with 1. Sorry, this one must be negative, not positive. Gonna be negative because it's negative x times positive x. So it's gonna be 1 minus x squared. So we didn't have to write these steps here. So that's why I wrote 1 minus cos squared alpha, because it's different of 2 squares. So from here, sorry, my bad. So it's 1 minus cos squared alpha divide sine alpha. I'm gonna write this way. Gonna be sine alpha into 1 plus cos alpha. So gonna be 1 plus cos alpha, gonna be 1 plus cos alpha, close bracket. So from here we're gonna say equal to, since we have this identity that says 1 minus cos squared alpha, we have this identity that says 1 minus cos squared is equal to sine squared. So we wanna say, since we have 1 minus cos squared alpha, that means that gives us sine square alpha all over sine alpha into cos, sorry, it's not cos, it's not cos, it's 1 plus 1 plus cos alpha, this one, so it's 1 plus cos alpha. So from here, since it's sine square, let me write it this way, it's a sine is the same as sine alpha times sine alpha. So it's sine alpha times sine alpha, which is sine squared alpha. So it's all over sine alpha, which is this one, into 1 plus cos alpha, this. So from here, since we're multiplying at the top, we're multiplying at the bottom, that means that's gonna give us sine, because we have 2 signs at the top, it's gonna cancel with this one. So I will be left with 1 sine at the top. So it will be sine alpha all over 1 plus cos alpha, because this side's been cancelled, so it's 1 plus cos alpha. Since they said prove that, so this is our final answer, right? It's our final answer. So it's so sine alpha divide 1 plus cos alpha, and our question was say prove that 1 plus 1 minus cos alpha all over sine alpha is equal to sine alpha all over 1 plus cos alpha. So now we're gonna conclude, because now we have the answer that is the same as the right hand side. So we're gonna conclude that since the left hand side is equal to sine alpha all over 1 plus cos alpha, then it's equal to the right hand side. So since we found them the same, we're gonna conclude that the left hand side is equal to right hand side. So please subscribe. If you have some question, please email me. Please email me on my email alphamanzini@gmail.com. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.